Hi there, it's Mark Sebastian, the founder of OptionPit.com, and this is the stock market and option volatility report. Reminder, this is for education purposes only. It shouldn't be considered investment advice, option advice. We got a nice blog up from yesterday. Do you want to sell 9% volatility? If you've not read this, read it. It's really worth your time. Also, our Pro Trader Summit, time for the early bird discount is running out. If you have not registered yet, get your butt registered. Speaking of registered, how about the market? We opened up down a little bit, but are now basically flat. We're range bound. Usually when you have an all-time high close, you expect there to be a bit of a pause. What I don't get is, yesterday was our first real kind of outside volatility day in terms of actually having movement. And, take a look. You still don't see a lot of action on anything here. I mean, it is super dull. So that is what I find to be kind of interesting here. So we still have this massive gap between volatility and realized volatility. The VIX, 12.5, SPX, 10-day realized volatility had a huge uptick to 6 3/4. So it's just a massive spread. And I think that's probably related to interest rates. But as you look at VIX, there is a potential for a collapse in VIX and the VIX futures. We could see VIX go from 12.5 to 11.5, and these futures hit like 13.5 or 13.25 in a matter of days as we approach earnings. Because remember, earnings, we have Amazon in the next couple of days, tomorrow, Intel tomorrow, Microsoft today, ExxonMobil Friday, Chevron Friday, Facebook today after the bell. So we've already had Procter & Gamble. We've already had Disney. Oh, no, we haven't had Disney yet, but we had their big vol announcement. So you've got 6 of the top 10 that will have reported, 7 of the top 10 that will have reported. You're literally just waiting on Apple, Google, and that's about it. So that I find interesting. And so that's where there's real potential for volatility to collapse. You're not seeing the NASDAQ move around very much. NASDAQ vol seems really expensive at almost 17. Take a look at the realized volatility for the NASDAQ. It's 8%. The VXN is 17. There might be a decent premium sale in the Qs. We may look at that today. And then, just kind of following along, Russell's up, which tends to be bullish, and the diamonds still look good. We're going to spend some time playing around with some oil names. We'll look at some earnings. I'll play around, take a look at Microsoft and Facebook tonight. And what potential is there. We'll play around with, just in general, what earnings we have, and we'll look at the indexes as well, especially now that we're at an all-time high. We'll play around with that. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great morning, and I will talk to you soon.